In a sleepy village nestled in the misty hills, there stood an old mansion cloaked in mystery. The townsfolk whispered about the ghostly figures that roamed the estate and the eerie wails that echoed through the night. The mansion had been abandoned for decades, its grandeur marred by time and neglect. Its last known resident, Lady Eleanor, had disappeared without a trace one stormy night many years ago. Benjamin, a curious and fearless historian, had always been fascinated by the tales of the haunted mansion. Determined to uncover the truth, he set out on a journey to the village. Armed with a lantern, a notebook, and a resolve of iron, he approached the mansion as twilight faded into night. The mansion loomed over him, its broken windows like hollow eyes watching every move. As he stepped inside, the air grew colder, and the scent of mildew invaded his senses. Cobwebs draped the furniture like ancient shrouds, and the creaking floorboards seemed to whisper secrets long forgotten. Benjamin made his way to the grand staircase, each step heavier than the last. At the top, a long corridor stretched before him, lined with portraits of stern-faced ancestors. He paused before a particularly striking painting of Lady Eleanor, her eyes seeming to follow him. Suddenly, a chilling gust extinguished his lantern, plunging him into darkness. Panic surged through him as he fumbled for matches. His hands trembled, and in the silence, he heard a soft sobbing echoing from the floor above. Summoning his courage, he relit the lantern and climbed to the next floor. The sobbing grew louder, leading him to a locked door at the end of the hallway. With a swift kick, he broke it open and gasped at what he saw. The room was a twisted recreation of a nursery, with broken toys scattered across the floor and a rocking chair moving on its own. In the center, a translucent figure of a woman cradled an invisible child, her face twisted in eternal sorrow. Lady Eleanor, mourning her lost child who had perished in a tragic accident. She turned her ghostly gaze towards Benjamin and whispered, "Help me find peace." Overwhelmed, Benjamin vowed to uncover the truth behind the child's death and to restore peace to Lady Eleanor's tormented spirit. He spent days poring over old journals and village records, unraveling a tale of betrayal and heartbreak. Finally, he discovered evidence that cleared Eleanor of the guilt she had carried in her spectral form. Armed with the truth, he returned to the mansion and recited the findings aloud. As he spoke, the room grew warmer and Lady Eleanor's ghostly form began to fade. Her lips curved into a grateful smile before she vanished, leaving Benjamin standing in the stillness of the once haunted abode.